Okay, I'm going to show you how to do an applied I-cord. Sort of ignore the wonkiness of our swatch here. We were practicing how to use a cable needle in an earlier video. And an I-cord is just a way to have a nice finished sort of piping looking edge to your knitting. And you might do this, say, around maybe a neckline or a sleeve line or something like that, just to give a polished look to your knitting. And you can knit your I-cord separately and then attach it onto your knitting, but that's a lot of trouble to go through. It's much easier just to, instead of binding off your stitches, just apply your I-cord to the last row of your knitting, right? So, the less fussy the better. So the first thing you're going to do is, of course, you're going to get to the end of your knitting, and then you're going to cast on 2 stitches using the cable cast on method. And if you don't know how to do a cable cast on, we do have a video on that, so you can go back and review how to do that. But we're going to cast on 2 stitches here. Okay, so now you've got your 2 stitches cast on. So now you're going to start knitting your I-cord. Going to knit the first stitch, knit the second stitch, and then knit the next 2 stitches together. Okay, so now you've got 3 stitches on your right hand needle. You're going to transfer all those stitches back to your left hand needle. And then you're going to start again. Knit the first 2 stitches, and then knit the next 2 together. Okay, then again, transfer your stitches back. And this can really get tedious if you're binding off a whole bunch of stitches, but really has a nice look to it. So transfer them back, knit your first 2 stitches again, knit the next 2 together. I'm just going to work through all these stitches so that you can see what it looks like at the end. Knit the first 2, knit the next 2 together, and then transfer them back again. Good thing I only had 10 stitches on here. Y'all might hear Missy crying in the background. The cats don't like it when we lock them out of the house to do these videos. Cats do not like to be shut out. Okay, almost there. Just keep transferring back. What you're doing is you're actually pulling this, this back yarn all the way across these stitches, and that's what's making your I-cord stand up. Okay, so now you're getting to your last 2 stitches. So transfer them back again. This time you'll knit the first stitch, and then knit these 2 stitches together. And transfer them back. And then just go ahead and knit these last 2 stitches together. And of course, if you were really finishing your work, what you would do is just snip off that last piece of yarn. Pull it through, and then weave in your end. But we have a video on that too. And with the I-cord, you might have a little extra tail on the end, and you can just, when you weave in your end, you can just kind of pull that tight so you have a nice edge over there. But that's what your applied I-cord bind-off looks like. See how it gives sort of almost like a little piping look to the edge of your project. And if you're doing that for a neckline or something like that, it just gives a really nice polished edge to your knitting, and it's not that difficult to do. Maybe a little tedious, but not difficult at all. So that's applied I-cord bind-off.